Hey, I'm Barry McCarthy. I'm the CEO of Deluxe, a 108-year-old fintech.
So, being a 108-year-old
Uh-huh.
fintech, I'm interested in what kind of perspective or approach you bring to a conference like Money 2020.
Well, obviously, at an event like this, the opportunity to learn and meet with customers, partners, and find new partners is incredibly important. And we enjoy coming here because we like to see, especially young companies that are doing innovative things in the space that we can learn from or partner with. And that's always exciting and energizing.
That's great. Are there any particular sort of subsectors that you've been looking to partner with in particular, in the past few
We
months?
really believe that the next wave of activity that the market is demanding is integration of assets and integration of point solutions. This conference and fintech in general is great at creating point solutions that solve a specific problem. And while that's great, all of those problems or those solutions have to fit together to solve a bigger problem. In the case of receivables or payables or data, in a way that is helpful and makes the life for the business better. And so we're looking for people that have a similar vision of how to integrate things in a way that can make it easier for a business to operate their business. Because I really don't believe that any business owner wakes up in the morning and saying, I really want to spend more money on some of that cool fintech stuff. I don't think
Hmm.
there's a business owner alive that thinks that. I think they're looking to solve problems in a way, not solve 8 different problems 8 different ways, but take those 8 problems and consolidate them in an easy to use experience that allows them to focus on their business, not on their payments.
Right. With that in mind, how do you sort of package Deluxe to someone like
Uh-huh.
an end user who doesn't care about
Yep.
fintech and just wants something that works?
Yep. And so if you look at our businesses, so the company's history, of course, is in the print services business, printing checks and promotional products. Um, but our biggest business today is our payments business and our data business.
Hmm.
And in the payments business, we have a B2B set of solutions, we have a merchant or credit card processing set of solutions,
Right.
and in our data driven marketing business, a different set of solutions. And we go to market with integrated offerings. That's our sort of our hallmark. And today we announced a new product, which is called Receivables 360 Plus, that does exactly what we think the market is demanding, which is taking all the pieces that you need to manage independently in order to run your receivables in a holistic way. Instead of, for example, doing 8 sets of reconciliations and 8 separate sets of tools for credit card receipts, for remote deposit capture, for lockbox operations, for settlement ops, for billing, matching of payment. We do all of those things independently, but now we put them together in a really easy to use user interface where you can manage all of that from one place. So you don't need to have armies of people to do all those things and then aggregate the data on an Excel spreadsheet. You can do it from one easy to use interface.
Right.
That's an example. We do similar things in our payables business. We do similar things in our merchant business. It's about thinking about what the customer wants and what the customer wants to interact with their payment information, not a whole lot about what we want to
Right.
give them, what they want, and how they want to manage themselves.
Right. And you do have, an armada of clients,
We
more
do.
than 4,000
We
financial
do.
institutions, banks. So,
Yep.
how much?
4,000 financial institutions, 4 million small business customers, and hundreds of the world's leading brands. And that's from Deluxe that people get confused, often thinking that it's just a check printer. And
Right.
while we're proud of being a check printer, we are so much more than that. And today, our payments business is bigger than our check business. And
Right.
I don't think people understand that the new Deluxe is actually truly a payments and data company.
Yeah. How much were those clients, those banks and FIs,
Mhm.
part of that kind of evolution or transformation for Deluxe?
Significant. So the product that we announced this morning, as an example, the lead launch partner is IBM. Doesn't
Okay.
really get bigger than that.
Hmm.
And we have a handful of banks that are launching the product with their own brand. So we don't try to lead with our brand. If IBM wants to go sell it, fantastic. If a bank wants to take our tools and call them the bank branded solution, which they do all the time, we're happy with that as well. And so many of them have come on the journey with us. And that's one of the really great, unique things about Deluxe is we have this great trusted brand. It's been around 108 years. And if you go look at Newsweek ranking, our brand is more trusted than MasterCard, American Express, or PayPal by
Hmm.
consumers in a blind study. So we have a great brand. We have a great reputation. And we can go to our partners and we can talk about the solutions that we're bringing. We're already trusted.
Hmm.
Um, and it gives us a great opportunity to sell more product and service to our existing customer base.
Absolutely. It's tempting to ask what's coming in the next 108 years, but I'll hold off on that because that's conjecture, maybe.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, what's sort of in the cards for the next year for Deluxe?
We're very, very focused on growing our what we consider our growth businesses, our
Okay.
data-driven marketing business, our merchant processing business, credit card processing business, and our B2B business. And today we announced a new product in our B2B business. A month or so ago, we announced a new product in our merchant business that makes it easy for a small business to take all the new payment types without having to do multiple integrations. Again, the point around simplicity, streamlining,
Right.
straight ahead, make it easy for me. And we've launched a number of new things in our data-driven marketing business. So I think you're going to see us continue on this path of integration, simplifying, streamlining. We think it's a really important point of need for the marketplace, and we're going to do it in a way with APIs and other tools. So all the cool things that we see here, if they solve a customer need, we're able to plug into our platform in a way that helps the customer without having to do all sorts of extra implementations and take on all sorts of extra administrative burden.
Right. Absolutely. I have two questions left.
Uh-huh.
One is, you mentioned looking for potential partners
Yep.
here at Money 2020. Do you look for acquisitions at conferences like this as well?
We would. And generally, it's a great pathway to start with a partnership and build towards an acquisition.
Yeah.
I don't know that we came here specifically shopping for a company to buy, but I think partnerships is a front and center for us, and to acquire businesses we've done in the past, and we'll do it in the future.
Great. My last question is whether there are any questions I haven't asked that you feel like I should have.
I think the big thing that people misunderstand about Deluxe, I said it earlier, but the company is much more than a check printer. And we're processing about $3 trillion a year in payments volume. That's roughly 15% of the US GDP. And people think the company is just a check printer.
Right.
But we support over 150,000 small business merchants, $3 trillion a year in payment volume, 4,000 banks, 4 million small businesses. Deluxe is not who you think it is. So if you see Deluxe and you think about Deluxe just as a check printer, you're really fundamentally missing what Deluxe is today and the opportunity we have to partner with others to help grow the ecosystem.
Right. Well, great. Thank you, Barry. It's been a pleasure.
Terrific. Thanks.
Yeah.